Welcome to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of rare and collectible coins. In today's video, we're diving into three incredible pieces of American numismatic history: the 1982 D Roosevelt Dime, the 1965 S Roosevelt Dime, and the 1996 P Roosevelt Dime. Each of these coins tells a unique story and carries its own historical significance, from major transitions in U.S. coinage to commemorating important anniversaries. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone curious about the hidden value in your pocket change, this video will give you all the details you need to know: background, design, rarity, current market value, and tips for collectors. Let's get started up with the 1982 D1 dime of the United States of America. This tiny piece of currency, often overlooked in everyday life, has an interesting story that makes it a favorite among coin collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The 1982 D dime, struck at the Denver Mint, may appear ordinary at first glance, but for those who understand its background, design, and unique attributes, it represents an important chapter in American numismatic history. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about this coin, including its design features, historical value, rarity, current market price, and tips to help collectors identify and preserve it. The background of the 1982 D dime takes us back to the early 1980s, a time of economic transition in the United States. The Roosevelt Dime series, which began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, was well into its modern era by this time. Unlike earlier silver dimes, the 1982 D coin is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, which had become standard since 1965. This change occurred because the rising price of silver made it impractical to continue minting coins from precious metal. The Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark on this coin, produced millions of these dimes for circulation. While most 1982 D dimes are common, collectors value them for their historical connection to a period of significant economic changes and for their role in continuing the legacy of Roosevelt on U.S. coinage. Now let's take a closer look at the head and tail representation of this coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the classic profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left, a design created by John R. Sinek. The word "Liberty" is boldly inscribed along the left edge, while the motto "In God We Trust" sits prominently below Roosevelt's chin. The date, 1982, appears just to the right of the portrait, accompanied by the small D mint mark indicating it was struck in Denver. On the reverse, the design is equally symbolic, featuring a torch in the center to represent liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left symbolizing peace and an oak branch on the right representing strength and independence. Around these elements are the inscriptions "United States of America," the national motto "E Pluribus Unum," and the denomination "1 dime." This elegant design reflects the enduring values of freedom, peace, and resilience that define the American spirit. The cultural and historical value of the 1982 D dime cannot be overstated. It stands as a tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of America's most influential leaders, who guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. His policies and leadership shaped modern America, and the dime bearing his likeness is a daily reminder of his legacy. From a historical perspective, the coin also marks a time when the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned from silver to base metal coinage, making it a piece of the larger story of American economic adaptation in the 20th century. As for its physical characteristics, the 1982 D dime weighs approximately 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. It features a reeded edge and a composition of copper and nickel, giving it durability and a distinct metallic luster that collectors appreciate. These standard specifications have remained consistent for decades, ensuring uniformity across the Roosevelt Dime series. Now, let's highlight some key facts that collectors should know. The 1982 D dime is part of a series that includes coins from Philadelphia and San Francisco as well. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins, making them generally common in circulated condition. However, their appeal lies in their historical significance and the fact that many collectors seek to complete full date and mint mark sets of Roosevelt dimes. While the 1982 D does not have the famous "no P" error associated with the Philadelphia Mint coins of the same year, its demand remains strong among those building comprehensive collections. When it comes to rarity and condition, this coin in fine condition holds more value than an average circulated piece. Coins graded fine or better, particularly those with sharp details and minimal wear, are desirable to collectors. While it is not considered an extremely rare coin, its demand is tied to the growing interest in modern U.S. coinage and the completion of Roosevelt dime sets. A well-preserved 1982 D dime, free from major scratches or discoloration, is always worth holding onto, as quality examples are increasingly being sought after by collectors. Now for the question every collector asks: what is the current market value of a 1982 D dime in fine condition? Typically, a standard circulated example is worth face value or slightly above. However, in fine condition, its value can range from $5,000 to $2,000 depending on the market and buyer interest. For uncirculated or higher-grade specimens, prices can go up to $7,000 or more, especially if the coin exhibits full strike details and original mint luster. While this may not seem astronomical compared to rare error coins, it's important to remember that demand for high-quality coins continues to grow, and prices for premium examples have been steadily increasing. For collectors, here are a few essential tips. Always check for the overall condition of the coin, as grading significantly affects value. Store your 1982 D dime in a protective holder or coin album to prevent wear and environmental damage. If you come across a coin that appears to be in exceptional condition, consider having it professionally graded, as certified coins often sell for higher prices. Building a complete Roosevelt Dime collection that includes all dates and mint marks, including the 1982 D, adds significant value and appeal to any collection. In conclusion, the 1982 D 1 dime coin of the United States is more than just a piece of change. It is a symbol of American history, a tribute to a great leader, and a valuable addition to any numismatic collection. While it may not be the rarest coin in existence, its demand among collectors remains strong, especially in fine or better condition. So next time you come across a 1982 D dime, don't overlook it. It might just be the missing piece in your collection and a small treasure in the world of modern American coinage. Next up, the 1965 S 1 dime of the United States of America. This coin carries a unique story that marks an important turning point in U.S. coinage, and it continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. While most people think of a dime as just a small piece of change, the 1965 dime represents a major transition in American currency, and in this video, we'll dive deep into its background, design, historical value, weight, key facts, rarity, and, most importantly, its current market value in fine condition, along with some useful tips for collectors. The year 1965 is one of the most significant years in U.S. coinage history because it marked the end of silver in circulating dimes. Before 1965, Roosevelt dimes were made of 90% silver, but due to the rising price of silver and economic challenges, the U.S. Mint decided to remove silver from dimes and quarters, replacing it with a copper-nickel clad composition. This change ensured that coins could continue to be produced cost-effectively. Here's where things get very interesting. The San Francisco Mint, known for producing proof coins for collectors, was not supposed to mint any 1965 dated coins, and no official 1965 S dimes were released for circulation. However, a small number of experimental strikes or trial coins with an S mint mark are rumored to exist, making the 1965 S dime one of the rarest and most mysterious coins in modern U.S. history. Collectors highly value this coin because it is linked to one of the most important transitions in coinage metal content in American history. Let's take a closer look at the design, the head and tail representation of the 1965 S dime. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left, a design created by John R. Sinek in 1946. The word "Liberty" is inscribed along the left edge of the coin, while the motto "In God We Trust" sits beneath Roosevelt's chin. The date, 1965, is positioned to the right of the portrait, and the extremely rare S mint mark, if present, would be found just above the date. On the reverse, the design features a torch in the center representing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left symbolizing peace and an oak branch on the right representing strength and independence. Surrounding this powerful image are the inscriptions United States of America, the Latin motto E Pluribus Unum, and the denomination 1 dime. This design captures the essence of American ideals and has stood the test of time for decades. The cultural and historical significance of the 1965 dime is immense because it marks the beginning of the clad era in U.S. coinage. This change was more than just a technical adjustment. It represented a major economic decision during a period when the country faced rising metal prices. The removal of silver from dimes changed the course of U.S. currency forever. For collectors, the 1965 S dime is not just a coin. It's a symbol of an era of change, innovation, and adaptation in American monetary history. Now let's talk about the technical details. The standard 1965 dime, like all modern Roosevelt dimes, weighs approximately 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. It features a reeded edge and is composed of a copper core clad with a copper-nickel alloy. While these details may sound ordinary, the presence of an S mint mark on a 1965 dime makes it anything but common. Here are some key facts collectors need to know. Officially, there were number 1965 S-proof dimes produced for circulation because proof coin production resumed in 1968. Any 1965 dime with an S mint mark is considered an extremely rare error or experimental strike, and only a few examples are known or rumored to exist. This rarity makes it one of the most desirable modern U.S. coins for advanced collectors. If you happen to find a 1965 dime with an S mint mark, you could be holding one of the greatest modern rarities in American numismatics. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1965 S dime is nearly impossible to find, which is why it commands such high interest and value. Even in fine condition, a genuine 1965 S dime can be worth an extraordinary amount because of its status as a transitional and experimental issue. Collectors actively seek it because it represents a piece of U.S. mint history that was never intended for the public. Now for the question every collector asks: what is the current market value of a 1965 S dime in fine condition? The truth is, this coin is so rare that it doesn't have a standard price like common coins. If authenticated, its value can easily range from several $1,000s to over $10,000 or more depending on the condition and the interest of serious collectors. In some cases, rare examples in higher grades have sold for even higher prices at auction. This incredible value is a testament to just how significant this coin is in American numismatic history. For collectors, here are some important tips. Always examine your 1965 dimes carefully for mint marks. Use a magnifying glass to check the area above the date, and if you see an S, do not clean the coin or handle it carelessly. Place it in a protective holder immediately and consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional service such as PCGS or NGC. Certified coins carry much higher value and guarantee authenticity, which is crucial for a coin of this rarity. In conclusion, the 1965 S1 dime of the United States of America is not just a coin, it's a piece of history, a symbol of transition, and a potential treasure for collectors. While most 1965 dimes are common, the elusive S mint mark variety stands as one of the rarest and most valuable modern coins ever struck. Its historical significance, combined with its scarcity, makes it a highly coveted piece in the numismatic world. So if you ever come across a dime from 1965, take a close look. You might just be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars. At last, the 1996 P1 dime of the United States of America. While most people think of a dime as just an everyday coin worth 10 cents, this particular issue stands out for collectors because it marks a significant milestone and has unique characteristics that make it highly desirable. If you're a coin enthusiast or simply curious about the hidden value of coins you might find in your pocket change, stay tuned because this video will reveal everything you need to know about the 1996 P dime in fine condition, including its history, design, rarity, and current market value. The background of the 1996 P dime is tied to a major celebration in U.S. mint history, the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt Dime series. The Roosevelt Dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945 and was a key figure in American history for leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. In 1996, the U.S. Mint decided to commemorate the 50th anniversary of this coin by striking a special issue at the West Point Mint with a W mint mark for collector sets. However, the 1996 P dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and distributed for regular circulation, making it an important part of that commemorative year. While the Philadelphia dimes were minted in large numbers, their association with the 50th anniversary makes them historically significant and sought after by collectors who want a complete set from this special year. Let's explore the head and tail representation of the 1996 P dime. On the obverse side, you will find the iconic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left, designed by John R. Sinek, which has been used on all Roosevelt dimes since 1946. The word Liberty is boldly displayed on the left side, and the national motto, "In God We Trust," appears beneath Roosevelt's chin. The date, 1996, is positioned to the right of the portrait, just above the small P mint mark signifying the Philadelphia Mint. On the reverse side, the design features a torch in the center symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace on the left and an oak branch symbolizing strength on the right. Surrounding these symbols are the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and the denomination 1 dime. This timeless design continues to reflect America's values of freedom, peace, and resilience. The cultural and historical significance of the 1996 P dime goes beyond its design. It is a tribute to Franklin D. Roosevelt, one of the most influential U.S. presidents, whose leadership and reforms shaped modern America. Additionally, its production year marks the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt Dime series, a milestone that collectors consider important. While the West Point W dimes were struck specifically as commemoratives, the Philadelphia issue carries its own appeal because it represents the main circulation coin of this anniversary year. Now, let's look at the physical specifications of this coin. The 1996 P dime weighs approximately 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. It features a reeded edge and is composed of a copper core clad with a copper-nickel alloy, the standard composition for dimes since 1965. These characteristics give the coin strength and durability, ensuring it can withstand years of circulation without significant wear. When it comes to key facts, the 1996 P dime had a mintage of over 1.4 billion coins, making it common in circulation. However, coins in fine or higher condition, especially those with sharp details and minimal wear, are always in demand among collectors who want to complete a date and mint mark set of Roosevelt dimes. Because it represents an anniversary year, the 1996 P dime often holds more sentimental and historical value than other modern dates. Now let's discuss rarity and condition. While the 1996 P dime is not considered extremely rare in circulated grades, collectors highly value examples in uncirculated or near-perfect condition. Fine condition coins are worth holding onto because they preserve more of the original details compared to heavily circulated pieces. The real challenge for collectors is finding coins with full details, no discoloration, and strong eye appeal, which can significantly increase their value. So, what is the current market value of a 1996 P dime in fine condition? In most cases, a circulated example in fine condition will be worth slightly more than face value, typically around $2,500 to $3,000 depending on the buyer. However, uncirculated examples can bring $4,000 to $5,000, and those in pristine mint state condition can command even higher prices, particularly if they are certified by a reputable grading service. While this coin may not sell for thousands of dollars, its value lies in its historical significance and its essential role in any complete Roosevelt dime collection. For collectors, here are a few important tips. Always inspect your coins carefully for overall condition and look for strong details on both the obverse and reverse. Store your 1996 P dime in a protective holder or coin album to preserve its quality. If you come across a coin in exceptional condition, consider having it professionally graded to maximize its value. And for those who want a complete anniversary set, adding the 1996 P dime along with the rare 1996 W dime is a must. In conclusion, the 1996 P1 dime of the United States is more than just a piece of spare change. It is a symbol of American history, a celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt Dime series, and an attractive collectible for both new and experienced numismatists. While it may not be as rare as some error coins or older silver issues, its historical connection and collector demand make it a worthwhile addition to any coin collection. So the next time you come across a 1996 dime with a P mint mark, don't overlook it. It could be the start of a fascinating journey into coin collecting. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more exciting stories about rare and valuable coins.